So I got move on to him man himself, you know. Mark Jefferson Golden in Portmore. I'm telling you, so we have to deal with the we can't do everything, you know. So I'm kind of behind on that one, but I tell you, Marky G, hand it to them, bitch. Let's hear it. Remember to share the live. Remember to like up the live. You understand? Get it out there. Welcome to all of my new subs, them, you know. Welcome to all of my new subs, them. Guys, if you want to join the WhatsApp group, the WhatsApp number is right there on the screen. You understand what I say? And you know, say some people, I look me and I say, boy, you know, I see how the thing I'm gonna want, leprechaun want go on. I see how the thing I'm gonna want for calling, you know. Because I don't want to break your vibe, but sometimes you call in and talk for y'all 1 minute and drop a message. Trust me. Just a minute or two. Not too wrong with that. You're not going to mess up the reaction too much. As a matter of fact, some of you guys contribute well to the program when you do so. And it bring a little bit of spice to it. So we encourage it. You can call in and do it quickly. 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes. Yeah man, that's not bad. Can make a point in a 2 minutes, that's not bad. Trust me. Because it's all about you, the people, you know. And we, the people, at the end of the day. Feeling me, I deal with why we are here highlighting these things is because we know, say, you that is watching us, right? The vloggers, them. You call it for a regular. And you talk to it behind the scenes. And you make we know how to go through in our community. You understand what I deal with? And me I tell you, sometimes me sit down and me think about some of the conversation them I have with you guys. And sometimes it kind of get emotional, me not gonna lie. Feel me I deal with. And that's why, Virgin, we can't make no mistake, no distraction. You understand what I say? As my general Yankee Blessed, I said, no distraction, Virgin. This upcoming election, leading up to it, you have to stay sharp, you have to stay vigilant, you have to cover all the self, cover all the picnic. Feel me I deal with? Try stereotype police them way. You understand? Yeah, no joke.
Pull it up. Comrade Keisha Lewis chairing this meeting. Comrade Fix Jackson, portfolio spokesperson for Portmore. Senator Donna Scott Matley, Denise Daly MP, Worship the Mayor Leon Thomas, Worship the Mayor Andrew Swaby, Comrade Alfred Dawes, next MP for Southeast St. Catherine. All of the councillors on the platform, candidates on the platform, enough respect. President of the Women's Movement, Patricia Duncan Sutherland. Senator Floyd Morris, spokesperson for Housing and Sustainable Living. And the man of the moment, your next MP for East Central St. Catherine, Comrade Raymond Price. Big up yourself. Comrades, in Raymond Price, you have a candidate who is a very brilliant and articulate man. He's a man who is committed to the upliftment of Jamaica and to the upliftment of the people of East Central St. Catherine. He's a man who is working hard to secure your confidence and trust so that you will feel that he's well deserving of becoming your member of parliament. When he ran in 2020, after Andrew Holness called the election in the middle of the COVID pandemic, and many of our voters were reluctant to come up and line up and go into any polling station to vote. He wasn't first past the post then. But he did not run and leave. He stayed in East Central and he continued to work. And he continued to prove to you that he is worthy of your support. And I'm going to ask you tonight, are you ready for Raymond Price to be the Member of Parliament of East Central St. Catherine? You sound like you're ready. And comrades, it is very important that we put our shoulders to the wheel and do the necessary work on the ground to secure that victory. We want East Central St. Catherine back again in the column of the People's National Party. I want Raymond Price to be available to me when we form government and to be sitting in the House of Representatives in Garden House. Comrades, elections are upon us. Jamaica has been waiting for the opportunity to send the signal that the people want change. They are tired of a Jamaica Labour Party government that has failed the country in so many crucial respects. First and foremost, they have proven themselves to be not worthy of the trust of the people. From top to bottom, we have an administration with a track record of corruption, nepotism, and cronyism. We have a prime minister of the country whose integrity commission declarations cannot be certified, and he is not in good standing with the country's anti-corruption agency, the Integrity Commission. That alone is a disqualifying factor, preventing him from being eligible to ask for a third term. The man has even taken the Integrity Commission to court, having passed a legislation which I brought to Parliament originally as the Integrity Commission bill, took it through a joint select committee, a rigorous examination. Then there was an election and there was a change of government, and the legislation was passed by his administration. It is under his watch that the commissioners were appointed and all of the senior directors. He gave them glowing recommendations in their annual report.
Yes.
But when it was found out that he was under investigation for the corruption offense of illicit enrichment, and when after a long investigation, they were not given all the information that they needed to finalize their report, and recommended that the matter be referred to an anti-crime agency, the Financial Investigations Division, and to the tax agency of the country, Tax Administration Jamaica, he has taken the Integrity Commission to court, seeking to obliterate the corruption offense of illicit enrichment and to undermine the legislation itself, which creates the Integrity Commission.
He needs some milk.
Damian Crawford would say, what can go so? Comrades, they have also failed in the health system. And Alfred Dawes has told you tonight what the woe is faced by those who have to interface with the public health system. The long waiting times without a bed, the uncomfortable conditions, the cost of all the diagnostic tests which are being outsourced to the private sector because the basic equipment is not being properly maintained in the public health system. Basic things, elevators, air conditioning units, CAT scan machines, etc., are neither not working or are not available to the people. And when we form government, we will fix those things. It won't happen overnight, but we recognize that the role of the public health system is to inspire confidence in the people and in those who visit our shores, that if they get sick, they can go to our public health facility and receive a good standard of care within a reasonable period of time. And we are committed to ensuring that that is so. They have failed the country in the area of education. We have a situation where our primary school children who are leaving and going into secondary school, over 3 out of 10, over 30% of them cannot read and write.
Help. We
need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor right.
Cannot do basic arithmetic, cannot understand basic passages written in plain English. That is a recipe for disaster for the country. That is going to impede and prejudice the development of our nation. We have to fix that by making the necessary investments in early childhood and primary education to raise standards above the board. Our children are bright, but they're not getting the necessary inputs. There's too much absenteeism. Too many children are not going to school 5 days a week because their parents are struggling to find bus fare and lunch money. We are committed to ensuring that all needy children get at least one hot meal per day when they attend school. And when the economy improves, we are going to extend that to include breakfast as well. We are also committed to providing a transportation subsidy to children in rural Jamaica who have to find large sums of money each week just to get to school and come back, and many of their parents don't have it. And we are going to provide, under the RIDE program, a subsidy to help them to get to school and back, starting with 20,000 children and building from there, because we believe that education is the antidote to intergenerational poverty, and it is a role of the state to ensure that Jamaicans can move forward to a better future. They have failed in the area of national security. For 9 years, we had a situation where the murder rate had gone up way beyond where we left it when we left office in 2016. They decided to deploy states of emergency like a routine policing tool. They've called too numerous to even mention here or to record states of emergency in the period that they've been in office. And even while they were deploying that tactic, which we feel is an unconstitutional abuse of the facility of a state of emergency, which is there to prevent the subversion of the state, not as a way of routine policing, scraping up thousands of youngsters, putting them into detention with no right of access to the court. Many of them being criminalized by their experience in there, losing their jobs if they had them. And we have said no. That is net fishing. That is discriminatory. That is ineffective. You're not preparing any cases for prosecution. You're not holding anybody ultimately accountable for wrongdoing. We have said you need to focus on the wrongdoers. And you need to put the tools in the hands of the police force and deploy a strategy focusing on that to reduce crime in this country. And I want to big up the police and the Commissioner of Police for the recent successes that we are seeing in the reduction of the murder rate.
When I like to when me hear Mark G say this my heart kinda. I said, John Mark G. But then context matter. Let's listen.
We support the police and law enforcement in making Jamaica a safer place. And we acknowledge the excellent work that is being done in that regard. And it is because we believe in the importance of a strong police force and believe in the importance of good relationships between the police and the population that they serve. That is why we say body-worn cameras must become the norm when police are going on special operations.
That right there. That right there is the difference between Mark Golding. Well, one of the big differences between Mark Golding-led administration and the Prime Minister currently of Jamaica. Have you guys heard the Prime Minister said that he advocates for body-worn cameras? Have you guys heard that? If any of you have heard the Prime Minister in his speech said, yes, we support body-worn cameras, please let me know, because I have not seen it or heard it. Have you guys paid attention to that? We already heard what Horace Chang said enough. But have you heard Andrew Ones take a strong stance in support of body-worn cameras? Or any stance at all as firm as he took a stance with everything the police is already doing, the way how they're doing it? More here from in the comment section, you know. Right now, you know. Have you guys heard it? Let me know.
There must be accountability for what happens. It is to protect the people and to protect the police, so that nobody can say that when force was used in legitimate circumstances that it should not have been used. And on the other hand, it is a good disincentive to abuse of power.
You notice the wording? It's a good disincentive to abuse of power. What does disincentive mean? Let's go there. Disincentive. Disincentive. Incentive would mean disincentive. Meaning disincentive, a factor, especially a financial advantage that discourage a particular action. Alright, so the body-worn cameras would discourage the abuse of power. That is exactly what Mark Golding is saying. Just like a ear that is properly lit, would disincentivize criminals to go and rob the area. An area that is properly protected by security and police would disincentivize criminals from going to commit any sort of crime in that area. Let's play that back.
It is to protect the people and to protect the police, so that nobody can say that when force was used in legitimate circumstances that it should not have been used. And on the other hand, it is a good disincentive to abuse of power. And this is why we support the police, why we support the body worn cameras.
Ding, 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 ding. This is a man that is in tune with the reality of things. This is a man that is intelligent. This is a man that is a wise leader. This is a man that is a leader with integrity, that wants integrity to be upheld. All across the board. This is a man that is shooting for accountability all across the board. The body-worn cameras will hold the police accountable. How you doing, Carl Carty? May I tell you, man, give thanks to Jah. It's me again, Jah. As I call my knees to pray. Yeah. Beautiful rainfall this morning. I know beautiful sunshine and shine. What more can you ask for? Yeah, so if you give thanks, you still have the ability to take in the wonderful consciousness of the Most High, because it's not just hearing us, the Lord's consciousness. You know what I mean?
We also believe in the unexplained wealth orders that this government had committed to in the agreement which set up CMOC, the Crime Monitoring and Oversight Committee, and which they have reneged on. And it is an important tool in the anti-corruption arsenal. And we will introduce it when we form government, so that those who engage in hanky-panky can be held accountable for their wrongdoing. Especially those who have multiple bank accounts and other things that indicate that all is well in the state of Jamaica.
It's about
when the time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Why, Bolo? Some of the charge with corruption.
It's about when the time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
Let them know, man.
Time come, some are got charged for corruption. Oh yes.
No, to be honest with you guys, at first I watch this, you know. This is the first time I'm watching the full speech. I not even know say I write this the sound bite there, but me done clip it up already from Andre. Andre part there, and I say, whoa, Bolo! So I go sound bite that to me clip up, you know. Yeah, man, I hit at a road I know, man.
When the right time come, and it soon come, because time come.
You hear that? Member.
So yes, my people, we're going to have a lot of work to do.
You know, some have got people
Arch be corrupt. Well, who have multiple bank accounts and other things that indicate that all is well in the state of Jamaica.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time come.
Hey.
Some are got charged with corruption. Oh yes.
Hey.
When the
Me say, Mark in a fire so serious rocket launcher. And not even bullet them a fire. A so serious rocket launcher. The man a tell them saying no brethren. When I and I win, you know, if you in a corruption dog, me I'm gonna suffer, you know, because we are adding everything and we are lock up, you know, and convict, you know. When the right time coming up, Them are going to charge for corruption.
Right time come, and it soon come, because time come.
Remember that.
So yes, my people, we're going to have a lot of work to do. And this government has failed in its core promise of delivering economic growth to increase the wealth of the nation. They have not succeeded in having even 3% annual growth in the 9 years that they have been in power, despite the Prime Minister having created a Ministry of Economic Growth with half of the agencies of government, including the most important and powerful ones in that ministry, with him being the minister. It has been an absolute failure. Even before COVID, in the year prior to COVID hitting Jamaica, we had virtually 0% growth. And it is going to get worse now, comrades, when we see what is happening internationally, when we see the issues of the tariffs and the reaction of other countries to this new regime of tariffs, and all that is going to result from that. Jamaica needs to be prepared. We're all going to have to pull together. We're all going to have to help out each other. And we're going to need a government that has the people's interests at heart and that cares for the people. And it is not about choosing themselves, but it's about choosing the people. And that is why I say, them can't choose Jamaica as their slogan, because the Jamaican people now choose them.
Remember that. Tell them the market.
So people, we are in a historic time. And the end of this regime is coming. Just this week, Jamaica was demoted and relegated in terms of free speech and freedom of the press. And it is a result of how they deal with the matter of freedoms in this country. It is the People's National Party that has stood up and defended the people in opposition from the breach and taking away of their constitutional rights. We had to take them to court for the NID situation, and we won the case. We had to take them to court when they were trying to pay fast and loose with the Constitution in relation to the extension of the tenure of the Director of Public Prosecutions, and that matter is not yet over. And we've had to take them to court to ensure that the gerrymandering rubbish that Warmington exposed by running his mouth on a platform, which is a blatant abuse of the Constitution, trying to create boundaries for our new parish that would disenfranchise and push out of this constituency several communities which basically strongly support the People's National Party. We had to take them to court for that too. And I want to big up Comrade Fitz Jackson as my spokesperson for Portmore for standing with me on that matter and for the clever tactical use of the courts and the Parliament to ensure that that exercising, undermining democracy and violating constitutional principles had what was brought to a screeching halt. So comrades, I say to you tonight, we are on a mission. We are on a mission to restore decency, trust and confidence in the government of the country. We are on a mission to create an education sector and a training system that can produce a productive Jamaica that can attract high levels of investment, that will create good paying jobs and opportunities for our people right here at home. We are on a mission to create a health system which focuses on providing decent health care in decent surroundings and preventive screening for the killers of the people, cancer, hypertension, which is pressure, diabetes, which is sugar, and reducing the toll that those diseases are wreaking on our people by screening for it early so we can nip it in the bud. We are on a mission to save Jamaica. Comrades, are you on that mission with me? Are you on that mission to save Jamaica? Are you on that mission to ensure that we get 3 seats in Portmore? Are you on a mission to ensure that Raymond Price comes to Parliament in the House of Representatives as your Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine? You sound like you're ready. And so I close by saying, power to the people, power to the people, power to the people, I say. One love, comrades. The word is love. God bless you all.
People, when they're ready, when they're ready, when they're ready, when they're ready. Yeah, the man, one market, you know. You don't really have much to say on that when you hear market G attack. You know what I deal with. But obviously what stood out in this speech was when he said Them a go charge with corruption. No, I only learned this on Andre's TV for sure. And I'm going to always forever give credit to who should be get the credit. The man said, what he heard is that the Auditor General has a report coming out. That is going to be the biggest bombshell of a report that has ever come down, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be damning. That is what Andre is saying. So when me and Marky G are 6 minutes away, the right time come, them are going to charge for corruption. People, you can wait and see it go and wait and forward. But brace on yourself here. Yeah, man. And hey, me tell you something. All I know you watch me right now. So my number up on the screen. Anytime you want to see the article put out and the information put out about the Auditor General, I want to make sure so they link me immediately. You guys are my eyes and my ears. Alright? Yeah. So just do the right thing. If me no bucky fuss, I want to make sure so they link me. See? Alright. One Marky G. You remember good, when the right time come, them are going to charge for corruption. Hey! Them are going to charge for corruption. Hit the like button, people. Share the life.